What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Deceptilab. And also, welcome to my new series called Ranked, where we're going to talk about the top bots for the current meta. Now, I made a video similar to this last year, obviously, with the addition of HQ18 Phase 1. Some of those opinions have changed a little bit, and I want to get a little bit more in depth analysis. So, while I set up my top 10 bots, starting with the day number 10 bot, why don't you go into the comments and tell me who some of your top bots are that have been working for you in the current meta, and that'll lead us to some really, really good discussion. So, I'm going to get my first bot set up now, and I will be right back. All right, guys, so starting off with number 10, my first bot in this series is going to be Rodimus Unicronus. The Autobot counterpart is Inferno. And honestly, this is a really, really good bot to compare with any different types of teams, regardless of setup. And primarily because he's got a very, very good special ability, which we'll talk about momentarily. But my one reason for having him this low on the list, they got him as a 4 star. I would honestly like to see him as a 5 star. I think he should be the next 5 star that we all pick the next time we get an opportunity to vote. And so I want to go through the stats a little bit and explain why to you I feel that Rodimus Unicronus is perfect for the current meta. Taking a look at the stats for the 4 star Rodimus Unicronus, who I have at level 67 here on my test account, he's pretty impressive damage wise for a warrior class bot at 450.4 DPS. And his health is a little bit on the lower side compared to some of the other warriors, primarily because I feel like his ability is so strong. It's one of those abilities that works with an entire team. But the health here at level 67 is 31,050, which is decent. But this is one of the reasons why I would love to push for him as a 5 star so I can get more health. Now, one thing I haven't addressed is I hadn't gone in giving him the rank bonus yet. So right now he's at the private level. So you can get another 5% for going to corporal and another 5% for a total of 10% for going to sergeant. So that is one of those things to keep in mind as you use him. Now, the key selling point for me for Rodimus Unicronus and Inferno is the special ability, and the ability is called To Battle, and it says rush into combat and inspire your allies, giving them a percentage increase to all damage, including abilities, for a duration. So here, in this case, with the ability 11 is 40% increase and it's 10 seconds. When you have earned levels less than 11, then it's a 30% standard increase regardless of level, but the duration changes. And so I think it's one of the better abilities in the game. It works really, really well with any potential combination that you want to use. As a matter of fact, let me show you a couple of examples on the battlefield. Welcome to the battlefield, and what we want to take a look at to kind of showcase Rodimus Unicronus' ability, we want to take a look at one of the biggest areas of difficulty in the game, and that's attacking against the multi-defense system. So we're running Prime Leg Hard mode here in the base trial, and you can see with the MDS here, it's got a total health of 8,040, and it is also going to be surrounded by the shield generator, going to give it a little bit more protection. In this case, we've got the self-repair core at level 15. Most people are using self-repair at 20. So for the G metal, and we actually want to take a look at Blast Off, who is going to be using his airstrike ability and ability 11 with enhanced ordnance. So that'll give him an extra 26.5%. So let's take a look at that and see how that fares against the shielded MDS. We'll zoom in so we can focus on that damage a little bit more. So it does decent, but it's regenerating. So it's not really gonna take it down in one shot. So now let's go back and look at it with the combo with Rodimus Unicronus. This time we're gonna run the exact same scenario, except for this time we're gonna use Rodimus Unicronus's ability first, so that we can capitalize on the additional ability damage and blast off. Take a look at the damage this time. And yeah, you can see it actually did much more damage this time. So what I want to do now is actually put them together and with an entire team, and you can see how fast he works as we walk up the battlefield. So here's what I typically use on my war team. It's actually a little bit less power than I have on my live server. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap the 4-star block out. I'm gonna put the 4-star Rodimus Unicronus in. We can take a look at this guy in action. Right, so now I'm gonna try to use Rodimus Unicronus in battle. And what I want to highlight here is look at how long it takes team to bring down defenses before actually using the Rodimus Unicronus ability. Then we'll run his ability one time and just watch how much faster the defenses come down. And it's honestly, it's a really, really amazing ability. It helps you get through defenses, clear the battlefield much faster than if you didn't have them on the team. It's a very good combo because this new meta revolves primarily around combos. And honestly, man, he's just really, really, really good. You can see the health being an issue, like I mentioned earlier. But man, he's just a really, really good warrior class bot, or a really good bot, period, if we're being honest. And here, one of those situations where if you get near the HQ, sometimes with those shields, it makes it take a little bit longer. But that's another thing that it can help clear out quickly so that you can overcome the shields from the shield generator. All right, and welcome back to the Deceptilab. And just in closing, so that's my number 10 bot, Rodimus Unicronus, Autobot counterpart, Inferno. Let me know what you think. Do you use Rodimus Unicronus or Inferno? And if so, how do you use them? Let me know in the comments. Also, I'm gonna try to put out 1 to 2 of this series throughout the week. If anything changes, I'll let you know in my community tab, and I'll let you know on Discord. But yeah, man, just keep sending me you guys' top 10 bots. Maybe you'll give me something to think about. So until then, as always, I'll see you on my weekly live stream. We are Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and I will see you on the battlefield. Freezius out.